joining us now with more. Senator Lindsey Graham. Senator, I want to get your reaction not only to the Durham annex, but also Tulsi's declassification. And as you put it all together, you were the one person, it was you. You got everybody that used that phony Hillary Clinton bought and paid for Russian disinformation dossier as the basis for not one but 4 FISA applications. You got every one of those people, including James Comey. What did he sign? 3 of the 4, 2 of the or 2 of the 4?
3 of the 4.
To say,
3 of the 4.
Okay, 3 of the 4. To say, knowing what we know now, we never would have signed it. They knew the information was false, though, way back when, and they used it anyway. Does that mean they lied to a court? Put it all together for us.
Well, so number one, the warrant against Carter Page that was sought by the FBI, 3 of the 4 applications to the FISA court were signed by Comey. The FBI had information that the Steele dossier was politically motivated. It was the exclusive basis for the warrant against Carter Page. The subsource, this Danchenko guy who gave information to Steele, told FBI agents it's hearsay, it's bar talk, it was never meant to be used in a legal proceeding. That, in spite of all that, they got warrant after warrant after warrant. So what did Page tell Strzok in August after Crossfire Hurricane opened up on July the 31st? Page, he's never going to become president, right? Strzok, no, he won't. We'll stop him. These are the 2 people leading Crossfire Hurricane. But what's important tonight is that for the first time we know that in January of 2016, Debbie Wasserman Schultz apparently meets with the Soros Foundation to talk about a plan to distract from the Clinton email scandal. And there's a statement where Obama said, I'm not going to have my president tarnished by the Clinton email scandal, suggesting to Comey and everybody else, you need to let this go. And at the same time, we now know from an email that Hillary Clinton, to distract from her own email scandal problems, set up the narrative that became Crossfire Hurricane, blaming Trump of being a Russian agent. And they planned this, coordinating between the campaign and this organization to create this storyline. That's what's new. I've never heard this before. I did not know that the Russians had hacked into the Soros Foundation and they had conversations between Democrats and the Soros group to set up a plot to say that Trump was a Russian agent. And it was known before Crossfire Hurricane the FBI was going to provide oil to it. So this was a conspiracy to blame Trump for being a Russian agent to distract from the Clinton email scandal to affect the outcome of the 2016 election.
It was, and then after they lost the election, then the real intelligence that was put together by senior rank and file intel officials, it said there was no Trump-Russia collusion. Didn't happen. And then they decided, I guess, according to Tulsi's release, my understanding is she believes Barack Obama led the way, but using the deep state, meaning Brennan and others, they decided to come up with another intelligence assessment. Now there's a bigger question. There's an investigation into a grand conspiracy by the FBI Director Kash Patel, that this has been a pattern that has played out now for 3 presidential elections. The second one would be in 2020. And remember, they verified the authenticity of Hunter's laptop in March of 2020. The FBI then was meeting weekly with big tech companies, but they knew Rudy Giuliani's then attorney, Bob Costello, had a copy. They knew it was going to be made public. Lo and behold, October, that laptop story breaks in the New York Post. And sure enough, 51 former intel officials that knew nothing about that laptop assured the American people that, in fact, it has all the makings and markings of Russian disinformation. And when those big tech companies asked the FBI, who were pre-bunking it all summer long to them, whether it was true or false, they knew it to be true. They wouldn't tell them, and therefore the story got suppressed. Now, is that putting cinder blocks on the scale of an election? To me, it is.
Well, not only in October of 2016, Brennan went to brief Harry Reid about Trump's connection to Russia. And that came out right before the election, but it didn't catch on. After Trump got elected, before he took office, they went in overdrive to create this narrative that Trump was colluding with the Russians and that they interfered in the election to help Trump, and he was a Russian agent. And the rest is history. Remember the Mueller investigation and how we lived through all that? But here's what's important about tonight. For the first time ever, foreign intelligence services were talking about the FBI is going to get involved in investigating Trump before the investigation was even started. And the way we found that out is between conversations between Democrats and Soros. So the Russians hacked into this foundation, and they found out the information that they were planning an attack against Trump that was not true to distract from Hillary Clinton's political problems.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.